talking about?
Wait, and stack as battery for cheap.
Are you having an affair?
That's a bias this drummery. Weep.
Because you are. You work until late at night and only earn $3,000.
My mother-in-law, Nancy, blamed me for something I never did based on an absurd misunderstanding. I sighed and said, "It's my husband's statement, you know." My name is Alice. I'm a 28-year-old office worker. I met my husband, Michael, 3 years ago. He was a representative of one of my clients. I'm someone you might call a career woman. I was efficient in my work, but I could be impatient and narrow-minded at times. I was good at my job, but I could come across as a little intimidating. And then I met Michael. He had a very calm and easygoing personality. As we spent time working together and getting to know each other, I started to have a more relaxed mindset. I had a tendency to get frustrated easily, but I started to become calm. People at my work told me that my facial expression softened somehow. Then one day, Michael asked me out for lunch. After that, we would often go out for dinner and started dating. And then our relationship became official. And after a year, he proposed to me and we got married. We got along well as a married couple. My husband has a calm personality. It's a good thing, but there are times when I think he's too laid back. When we go out together, he won't be ready until the last minute. When I ask him to take out the trash or clean the house, he does it too slowly. I've come a long way in working on my impatient nature, but I still think he's too laid back. I often fail to hold it in and say things to him because I feel he's too laid back. At first, he apologized and said, "Oh, sorry." But he started to get annoyed with me and complained, "Why are you rushing me so much?"
Why are you rushing me so much?
It's not worth fighting over such little things. I regretted how I treated him. Since then, I tried not to say anything about how my husband does his things. But then something I couldn't possibly tolerate happened. It all started when one day my husband said to me, "I got fired from my job."
Why? What you mad at me? When you Poppins?
I said they can't just overlook it anymore.
Oh, mind yourself. Too bare. What you done?
I've been late too many times.
Hey, his dust. My husband leaves home 30 minutes later than me. Twas a little right. Oh. I would leave the house before him, so I had no way of knowing if he was late or not. How many times were you late?
I was actually kind of almost every day and in the email every night.
Wait, good to Justin. What? There.
When I asked him about more details, I found out that my husband was not just a little late every time. He was often an hour or 2 hours late.
How can you be that late?
By the time I leave, you're already up. You're dressed, and you're all ready. But you should be able to make it on time. I say, why? It's disorder. I was being careless. I was on some asleep. Or I lost track of time while playing video games, and that I'm late by the time I realize.
Wait, wait a person. I don't understand. Responsive so. You don't take your work seriously, do you?
My boss said the same thing to me.
No wonder you got fired. Did you really think you could get away with it?
Well, it can't be helped.
What's wrong with you, Jai? What? We'll go and apologize to your boss. You still asked him to give you a third chance.
Well, that would be possible. I've already said I understood.
Why you quit the company so easily?
Well, to be honest, I thought it might be a good opportunity. I'd speed this choosing go.
What opportunity do you mean?
I was appalled by his nonchalant appearance.
Why what now? Bruce, we been dying to do. He has no job.
I'll get the unemployment benefits so I can start working after that stops paying. And she me ring server as.
First, I think you might as well start working sooner. So that's first, Mark.
But I'll get the unemployment benefits. At unemployment benefit, trust bad as well. I need to push myself to work.
Seriously.
I began to think that my husband might be just lazy rather than laid back. After that, no matter what I said, he would dismiss me saying,
"I won't work as long as my unemployment benefits are coming in."
And he just stayed at home. He didn't do the housework, nor did he cook dinner for me. On the contrary, he would eat food from the fridge, and he would leave the dishes he used at lunchtime unwashed. I would get annoyed and point that out to him every time, but he would just say, "Oh, I'll do that next time," and tries to let it slide. To be honest, I was getting more and more disappointed with my husband. And then one day, when I came home from work, the inside of the house was very clean. The sink in the kitchen was spotless, and plates left on the table. The floors were also clean.
Bobby, what happened? This house is very clean today.
I asked Michael, who was in the living room lying down on the couch. He looked up at me and said, "Huh? Oh, hey Alice, you're home. At that moment, I heard the sound of flushing in the toilet. Then a bathroom door opened. I turned around and saw someone unexpected. It was my mother-in-law who came out of the bathroom.
Oh, Nancy K.
Alice, it's been a long time. You just got home. Don't you think it's too late?
It's been a long time, but every time I see her, she always finds something to complain about. I wasn't terribly excited to see her. It's not that I disliked her, but she was the one who disliked me first. When I married Michael, I went to see my parents-in-law for the first time. My mother-in-law frowned when I mentioned the name of the college I graduated from.
Are we supposed to be impressed that you have a degree from a prestigious college? I don't like pretentious women.
I was shocked to hear this. And it was our first meeting. My father-in-law immediately said, "That's not a nice thing to say. But you're just being envious?" Then Nancy fell silent immediately. But even after that, she made sure that I know she didn't like me. I started to have a hard time with Nancy. That is how I was too happy to see her. That is how I wasn't too happy to see her.
I'm sorry, I didn't know you were coming. I would have come home earlier.
You are such a shameful wife. Your husband is taking a paid day off to stay home and you're working instead of doing your chores.
Why? Which rice, which why? I looked at Michael. I little.
Well, Mom, thanks for coming over today. You've been so helpful. Please stay for dinner, would you? As we'll cook right up.
What? Who says who will cook?
No, I don't want to eat dinner made by Alice.
I don't want to cook for you either. Nancy said, "See you soon," exclusively to Michael and left. Once she left, I said to Michael, "Did you ask your mother to clean the house for you?"
How could she think that I did?
I told her today's my day off, and she just came over to see me. Then she saw all the mess in the house, and she cleaned it up.
I know.
Why, guess me the What's wrong with it? It's clean now, and it's nice, isn't it?
Yeah, but it must appear as if I never did housework at all.
I don't think she cares about that.
Did you do what she just said to me? She went right complaining about me.
But I never caught a spot with these with uppers. She was, and be cutting.
I was totally appalled. He doesn't seem to care about other people at all. I doubt he ever considered what people were thinking or what they care about. And after that night, Nancy continued to visit us. When I came home from work, she was just there. Yoon announced she would complain about this, and then leave.
Do you work like that every day? You must be so proud of being a career woman, but I wish you didn't neglect your work as a wife.
I work late because my husband had no job. The employment benefits only cover a certain amount, and that wouldn't be enough. That's why I'm trying to make up the difference.
You don't do the chores, and you don't have a baby. I feel sorry for Michael that he married such a bad wife.
My mother-in-law says whatever she wants about me. I wish she would be more upset with Michael being too lazy. Why doesn't she ask Michael to do the chores when he stays at home all day long? Is it because she just doesn't like me that she keeps complaining about me? Be complaining about me all the time. Last time, my husband played dumb by saying that it was his paid day off. But now that his unemployment benefit is exhausted and Nancy visits us quite often, I'm sure she's wondering why he's home all the time. Michael did start working after his unemployment benefits ended, but it was only a part-time job, and it's only on Saturdays and Sundays. Apparently, he wanted to stay home during the weekdays, because I was out for work and he had the house to himself. I've gotten so much slack up until now, but this has become too much.
Hey, would you be able to work a little more? Just because I'm working full-time, it doesn't mean you can afford to be a part-timer. About what do I? Wait, we're gonna have a baby. We're gonna need a lot more money.
Wait, this is cancers. Are you being half baby?
I said if the rate.
Oh, well, why do you have to talk about something that hasn't happened yet?
I'm just trying to say that I want you to get a proper job. And she where I say. But I gotta help her.
Why do I have to?
We're happy enough just the way we are now. That's because I'm working overtime and earning money, isn't it?
I think you're good at work, so it's good that you're working longer hours.
You can do a little more at least, can't you? I do skip back your times.
I'm already doing artist.
You have your mom to do the housework, don't you?
It's visiting because she wants to see me. Alright, no. Can't reach her first, that's Asher. I'll speak to Mom, she said since she'd been visiting here so often. Maybe she should move in. I sure have more expression than I, but brush.
When I understand. No, Nate, that's the matching. Bitch, how we do that? Where'd you get? We do that.
But I'm not. How is stretch your spectrum as a cause?
Sure, Mom and don't get along. You know that. Having itches quarter.
I think you guys are doing just fine.
How can you possibly think that? I'm telling you, I don't like this idea. Don't say that. I'm just expressed not happy. I already told her that would be no problem. Boss Marvin, ready?
I had enough. Michael was acting so randomly. Nancy usually visited our house on weekdays when Michael was home, but now she started visiting on weekends too while he was out for work.
I am going to train you to be a better housewife because you'll be living with me soon. A real wife should be good at housework.
Nancy would say something like that and kept giving me all kinds of instructions. I was left alone with my mother-in-law on my days off. I was forced to do the housework with my mother-in-law all day. I was pressured and exhausted.
Nancy.
I can do the housework just fine by myself. I'll need your instructions. Trot surveys your library, your instructions.
What are you talking about? It's because you can't do the housework properly that Michael cannot focus on work at home.
Why, I'm with boss, but what do you mean?
Michael told me you were too busy at work and barely home, and the house is too messy to concentrate on his work from home. That's why I come here regularly to do the housework that you are supposed to do.
We made it Swiss merit remit. Did Michael say that? How did you?
Yes, he did. He told me he couldn't complain because you seem to be enjoying your work so much. He's such a kind boy. And you, on the other hand, you took advantage of Michael's kindness and neglected your obligations. Also, I just found your pay stub. You're not even making good money at all.
Wait, where's the toughness?
Did you read my pay stubs without asking me first? Shut up. I found it when I was cleaning up. By the way, you come home late every night to earn only $3,000 a month.
Wait, what's Miss Carter West?
Are you having an affair because you work late at night and only make $3,000? That's not suspicious. I know what it is. You work only part-time, and the rest of the time, you were seeing another man, weren't you? Oh, I knew it. An independent, educated, self-centered woman like you think she's a queen, that she is so important that she can do whatever she wants. But when I get the evidence for your affair, I will send you to hell. You'll pay for betraying Michael.
Nancy ranted about something I never actually did. There must be a huge misunderstanding. I sighed and said to her,
That's Michael's statement, if I'm not mistaken.
What? No, it can't be. He has a full-time job. Just because he started working from home, it doesn't mean he's getting paid less, does it?
Michael got fired from his job for being late too many times. So.
What?
He can just call the company to check. I was Shrishri is working part-time on weekends, but he doesn't want to take up any more work than that. First versus, does Nancy look confused by what she just heard, but wasn't convinced?
You're lying to me. Good try. But he can't deceive me if you say so. I'm done with all this. What do you mean you're done? I'm divorcing Michael. What did you just say? I tried to talk to Michael so many times, but he wouldn't listen, and you are always picking on me?
I'm going to pack and leave. I said that Nancy was upset at first, but then she started arguing with me again. Why?
Oh, really? I'm glad I don't have a daughter-in-law like you anymore. Michael would be better off living with another decent woman. Get out of here. I'll celebrate your divorce.
Thank you. Interaction. I'll go to my parents' house then. I'll ask my lawyer about the divorce proceedings.
My son will finally have peace.
It would be me regaining the long peace. I thought to myself. I rushed to pack up my things and went to my parents' house. I have been talking to my parents about this for a while, and they told me it would be better to get a divorce. They welcomed me when I locked on the door. Shemper. A few hours later, I ignored all calls from Michael. Then I got a call from Nancy. I opened the phone. Nancy sounded unnerved. Okay, what's wrong, Nancy Alice? I'm sorry for what I just said earlier.
Michael told me everything. I can't believe your salary was over $6,000 a month. Michael's was $3,000.
I told you it was my husband's.
I'm sorry, I misunderstood. Also, you were the one paying the rent, weren't you?
That's Michael lost his job. Yes, I was paying it. I was paying our Briar.
I apologize for the bad things I've said to you. So, I need you to come back. Michael's mad at me and yells at me. I know I can count on you.
Find it, Mr. Zor. Landing Bean. Then Nancy told me a shocking news.
She'd been having an affair, and my father-in-law found out about it. They'll be getting a divorce soon, and she's about to be kicked out of his house.
And she is about to be kicked out of his house. She says she is putting it off for now, saying she has something to do before she leaves. She was planning to move into the house where Michael and I were living in. Is this the reason why you're trying to get me back? Because I was paying the rent? So that you won't have to worry about the rent?
I didn't know that Michael was such a lousy man. I sent you Pris's or Asterin, and don't make me. I'm already broke because I have to pay compensations. I'm sorry, but I can't help you. I don't love Michael anymore, and I don't like you either. Supposed to have to manage on your own. Right, Splash?
No, please. No?
Then I heard Michael on the phone.
Oh, hey, Alice Weister's fine.
At that moment, I immediately hung up. I don't want to talk to him anymore. I just texted him to say, "You can talk to my lawyer." Then I blocked him on my phone. Of course, I didn't forget to block Nancy's number too. After that, thanks to my lawyer, the divorce was successfully finalized. According to a mutual friend, Michael lives in a cheap apartment with his mother. They are living a poor life. Moreover, Michael got fired again from his twice-a-week part-time job because he was unfailingly late. At this point, I don't think I can save him anymore. On the other hand, I moved to an apartment near my office. I was able to make myself a more ideal environment to focus on my career. As a result, I got promoted. I earn a lot more now. I am not looking for a relationship for a while, so I am going to concentrate on my work. Her husband seems like a really lousy person, and he doesn't even feel bad about it. That makes him even worse. And the mother-in-law get what she deserved, right? The two probably has to live in poverty for a long time. Keep up the good work, Alice. Thank you for sticking around until the end. Please subscribe to our channel if you've enjoyed this video. See you in the next one.